Very cool, kids. We're going to do a special video. It might be our last one on this series for a while. This is the coin that started it all. This is the quarter ounce Charles of England, number 3, 2025, Year of the Snake, Special Birth Mint, Colored Edition. Silver coin that I paid way too much for, double melt, but it got us into the game. So that was the only year I didn't have up until 1841. That was the first coin I had to buy that I didn't already have. Coin or metal or whatever. It doesn't have to be coins, guys. This is the Silver Date Run Challenge. There are other YouTube channels doing this challenge, and I'm going to put a couple of fun-filled members of that team, the Kansas Kid and the illustrious FG Stacker. Yeah, you'll be hearing about him later this week, I believe. But we'll go ahead and put both of them up. I know for a fact they're both doing the Date Run Challenge. As an aside, the FG Stacker is also doing the Silver Coins Around the World, and so is the Kansas Kid. So they are both in on that as well. And I wish them both great luck. As I can tell, FG Stacker is nearly done with his Silver Coins Around the World, and I am really hoping him the best for a few of the countries that are really hard to get silver coins from. It is tricky on a few. There's just a few countries, guys. All your stands, except Afghanistan, probably Pakistan. And there's a few African countries that are rough. And that's where you're going to run into most of your trouble. Liechtenstein is the hardest European country, in my experience. And even then, you can get out of there fairly cheap. So Liechtenstein's doable, especially if we go with metals. Other than that, there's not really any hard South American countries. There's not any hard North American countries. They're all very doable for us. You know, if you're in Europe, it might be a little shifting of that, but not a lot. Anyway, South Sudan technically doesn't have a silver coin, so you have to use a coin that was, used by South Sudanese, is how I worked around it. There are silver coins. Libya is really hard. And again, we're back to Africa. Mauritania does not have a silver coin, although I would argue that when it was a Roman settlement, there were coins made. And there are so there's an African bank coalition that makes silver issues, and Mauritania is on the list on the coin. So as far as I'm concerned, it counts, but Numista won't count it for you. All right. So there you go. That's some of the provisos that make that tricky. But let's do this date run. Wow. So first up, we're going to Prussia, good old Prussia. And you may recognize this legend. Old Frederick Wilhelm. Ooh, the third. All right. And that is an 1803 for Groschen. For Groschen coin. Groschen, I don't know how you say it. It's 9/10 of an ounce. Wait, 9/100 of an ounce, rather. And that is at 52.1% purity. So, what do we pay for this? Well, we paid about $6. So that's probably just a touch over amount. We're going to look it up real quick. And this is our coin. Ours is a little more beat up than this, for sure, but it is the same coin, as I will demonstrate. There we go. And the coin is everything we said and so much more. The mintage, oh, we need a mint mark. I'm going to say this one is an A. Yeah, Berlin. This one's from Berlin. So, there you go. And if you had one from the right mint, you could actually count this as a Polish coin. Yeah, by the rules of the silver coins around the world. So there you go. There's a rough valuation of what you should expect to pay for these. The melt value right now, because silver's way up, that's not accurate. 362. It's probably a little more than that because New Mesa is a little slow. So NGC is where I go for up to date, and there you go. So 364. It's a little bit higher. Mintage is not available on either. So they must have destroyed those records sometime between World War I and World War II, or maybe, who knows. You gotta realize Prussia doesn't really exist anymore thanks to, well, I won't get into that. I don't want to talk politics. Everybody worries about one genocide, but they don't worry about other genocides, is what I'll say about that. We're very selective about which genocides we care about as a society. So, moving right along, we're going to go to 1802. This is a Swiss coin. And I have not put but it's one Rapin, 1802. So, this is a Billon coin. And I got this, a really good deal on this coin. This coin's pretty rare. It's $9.37. We'll see how I did. But as I recall, this coin's fairly rare. All right, here's our coin. And as you can see, they are the same coin. All right. Made from this particular coin, I believe, was made from 1798 to 1800. This particular variety, 1800 to 1802. And as you can see, 1801 is the most common. 1800 is the rarest, and our coin is the second rarest. Mintages are not known. Scarcity is 52. So it's fairly rare. At $9.33, we did fine on this coin. It is Billon, so don't expect a big melt value. It's a tiny, tiny coin. This is from the Swiss cantons, and let's see where it was minted real quick. Okay, so actually Switzerland has finally formed, so it's the Helvetic Republic. And Johann Franz Huber. Yeah. There you go. And yeah, so this is when Switzerland united. In 1798 is when they united. So that's where I got the 1798 from. So we're out of the Swiss cantons and into the Swiss Republic, which is still around to this day, as far as I know. Well, hold on. They had different periods. So something happened in 1803. I'm going to guess Napoleon Bonaparte happened. That's my guess. All right, here we go, guys. Next up, we've got the Austrian Netherlands. This coin is hold, but considering that it's probably $12 or $13 worth of silver, I think we did okay. This is a half Kronenthaler, and the Austrian Netherlands. The mint mark is M, so we're going to look that up real quick. Never mind, I'm goofy, I grabbed the wrong coin. The correct coin to grab, I'm silly, we're jumping ahead. Okay, so I had this on pause. I had the wrong coin. I grabbed the 1789 for some reason. I wanted the 1801. So here it is, 1801, half real, Mexico City. So I'm not going to look it up. And then the next coin is going to be a 4 real, 1800. 4 reals are the rarest denomination usually in the Spanish colonials. This one's in bad shape, but the fact that it exists, because a lot of these were melted down, makes it worth keeping. Very good coins to keep. If you get a Spanish colonial 4 real, yeah, cabbage onto that son of a bitch. All right, now we're out of the 1800s. We're entering the 18th century, and that is where our next coin, which is actually, I gotta brag a little bit here. Now, a guy called the Silver Geek helped me out with this. So, this coin is from 1799. And it's from Nuremberg, if I remember right. It is a Billen coin. It is 1 Pfennig. But it is Billen, which means it counts. It is silver. But here's the thing about this coin. It's in amazing condition. Hold on. So, it's virtually uncirculated. Like there's no wear on it. This is what the coin looked like, less the toning in 1799. Like you can even see the details in the shield here. If I can get this to focus. Good luck with that, right? Come on, Betsy. Okay, I'm over it. Point is, the coin's really tiny. So here's something about the size of a silver dollar to give you an idea of how small this coin is. Okay. Yeah. So this is actually more close to a pound. But this would be close to $1. Actually, this is bigger than $1 too, but we're close. To give you an idea, this thing's about the size of a half dime, but way skinnier and way lighter. On the back, there is literally nothing on the coin. Anyway, back to the point. This coin is featured on Numista as the example for this coin. On Numista. So my coin is the Numista example for this coin. Yep. So there you go. Yay! And it's not the only one. I have a few others. I'm the only one in the world who's put a picture for the coin. Yep. Most of them are modern commemoratives from Africa and places like that. Obscure stuff. Very low mintage. Not worth the money I spent for them, honestly, but that's a different discussion. Okay. Now that takes us to the 18th century. And then we'll go back to Switzerland. And this is a 1798 coin. I paid quite a bit for this, actually, more than I probably should have. But that's okay. So 1798, let's hit that date side. There it is, 1798. All right, and what that is it's a lovely, lovely one half Bates, or Bates, I'm not sure how they pronounced it. But I like the cool little bear, and I've had several coins with a cool little bear on it. What do you guys think of those cool little bears? I don't know. I think they're pretty neat. But I could be wrong. Yeah, we can look that one up. Hold on. And here's our coin. 1798, 1/2 Batzen. It is from the city of Bern. Not to be confused with David Byrne of the Talking Heads fame. And it's the arms of Bern, which is that bear. You know, how rare is it? Well, we don't have any mintages. 1798 appears to be a fairly common coin. we probably paid too much for it, according to this, right? So there you go. But on the other hand, I didn't see one cheaper, and I wanted to fill that. This is one I had to buy. Some of these I didn't have to buy. I already had. But, for example, I'll show you real quick. This one I bought for this video, right? This one I already had. This one I already had. These two I already had. So, of the coins I've shown you so far, I already had most of them. But I had to buy 2 of them just for this video, okay? Just to give you kind of an idea. The further back we get, the more that's going to change. And that's why I'm kind of slowing down on this, because, you know, you can get the out of these coins for like 8, 9, 10 bucks, but you're only getting like 20 cents worth of silver, 50 cents worth of silver for that money. And I'm going to just take it slow. There's no reason to rush. Wait for the right deals, you know. So anyway, for $17.97, another Mexico City Spanish Colonial. I paid $31.90 for this, which might actually be under melt. Let's check real quick. I'll pause it. All right, we're going to go with the up-to-date price, which would be the new meat or NGC. $31.68 is melt for this coin right now. And there's the coin. It's got some fun chop marks on. Oh wait, that's the wrong coin. Damn it. What year is that one? Oh, okay. It's coming up. Here's the one up. $17.97. So we're 30 cents over melt on this coin. Which I'm fine with that. How about you guys? All right. So I keep jumping ahead, man. All right. So that is $17.97. Let's go to $17.96. $17.96. What do we got? Okay, here we go. That's our next coin. It's a chop mark. Filled 8 real. But to not be boring, here's an Italian coin from Sicily from 1796 that we'll actually look up. Right here. This one's pretty beat up. I got it real cheap. I think this was like $5. It might have been $4.50. Which, you know, is way over melt, but on the other hand. So 20 soldi, 1796. So we'll look that up. Oh, it's not from Sicily, it's from Sardinia. Here we go. This is our coin, as you can see. It's billing. Its purity is almost, it's 0.29, so 29% silver. So yeah, 1796 was it? Yeah. Yeah, we got it at a fair price, I think. And it's beat up though. But the melt value on it's about $2.04. So we got it for double melt. So even a beat up old coin, you still gotta pay double melt on this crap. Alright, so it's not a stacker. This is not a stackers kind of game we're playing here. Okay, we're playing a different game. Different kind of game here. So keep that in mind. So that's $17.96. Here's $17.95. And this will probably be our last one for now. So we do have another video's worth of coins left. $17.95. I've got this shilling courant from I believe this is from the Netherlands. Let's look it up. All right, Hamburg. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, Hamburg. It's the city. Okay, I can see it now. It's hard to see because it's worn. There is a city there. Yeah. I thought it was a monogram of a king's name or something. Okay. Well, there you go. So, melt value is 49 cents. I got this real cheap. I think this is like $3. It's still way over melt, though. Yeah. And there you go. Those are the kind of coins I want to be buying to complete this set. I did buy this one just for this. Anyway, find all the collectibles of your dreams while you're awake. If you can't find them, don't blame me. I'm trying to show them to you. Have an amazing day, and like, share, subscribe, all that jive.